Let me paint a little word picture for you. Now, you're working on your self development, making sure you're getting everything in place for your personal finance and wealth journey. You've cut back on debts, you're saving money, you've got an emergency fund set up for yourself now. You're in a much more comfortable position to actually start putting your money to actually work for you. And you're going to start investing. And you're starting to look into the field of investing itself. You've started reading the books, you've started subscribing to YouTube channels, looking at influencers online, and you're coming across a couple different trains of thought. Long-term investing, short-term investing, or trading. And it's kind of leaving you a little bit kind of torn for which direction you want to go in. So that's what I'm actually going to talk to you about today, to kind of distinguish the difference between investing and trading and what's kind of the pros and cons between the two in relation to what you might be working towards and what makes more sense. Welcome back to the channel, guys, with myself, David, Millionaire Incorporated, where I like to go through topics of personal finance, self-development, wealth creation, and crypto. Now, if you're new to the channel, don't forget, guys, smash that subscribe button so you can join me for more conversations like this. Leave me a like, let me know that you're actually enjoying this kind of video, and also just leave me a comment, let me know who you are, say hey, or if you've got any input about what you find relevant or what you would like to know more about. I'd love to hear from you so I can actually develop more videos for you. So let's get into it. Now, I want to kind of first quickly outline what is investing and what is trading and what are the two differences, because obviously there is a difference and they're not just synonymous terms. So investing, you're taking kind of a more long-term approach to what your money is doing for you. You're not actually kind of going in and out of the market trying to make money. Whereas trading is the opposite. It's your time frame for making money on a single investment vehicle is much shorter. Now, both of these you can make money from, and you've probably seen people say, oh, trade currencies, or do trade this or trade that, and you can make so much more money compared to just sticking your money in a company and letting it sit long term. Now, this is true, but it actually takes a fair amount of actually skill and study and work to develop a strategy which actually works for you, which you're capable of actually executing consistently with the same results or better over a long period of time. Whereas investing itself for that longer term period of time, you're taking out a lot of that guesswork on small price fluctuations of the underlying vehicle. So let's take the stock market for instance, and company ABC for example. Now, investing in the company, you're trying to look at a 10-year approach to it or longer, or a significant period of time where you expect that that price of that company ABC is going to go from say $10 to $30 over the next 10 years, which would give you pretty much a 200% return on your money, not including if there's like dividends or anything calculated or involved with that. Whereas with trading, you know that there's market fluctuations where the price does do a bit of a up and down pattern the entire time, where it's not going to be a straight line from that 10 to $30, where it can go from 10 to 12, back down to 10 or 9, up to 15, down to 11, and you get the picture. It just kind of zigzags up and down. It's not in a straight line. It kind of goes up and down all over the place. Now, if you are an experienced trader or you understand the dynamics of trading and where to look at for support resistance zones, price action, things like that, you can actually profit from this, and you can make a significant amount more money than had you just left your money in there long term. But with trading and having to deal with these short-term price fluctuations in the market, it actually does cause you a lot of stress, and if you don't do it right, you can end up losing a lot more money than you. And as you know, losing money in this journey is not what you're trying to do. So if that's the case, are you better off investing for the long term? Now, as I was saying, it is a lot less stress putting your money into one kind of investment vehicle or one company or one type of investment and just letting it sit there long term, as long as the fundamentals are correct. Now, just because, say, the stock market over the long term does go up over time doesn't mean that if you just chuck your money into any company, it's going to go well. You still have to do a bit of research, and even then, having the fluctuations of the market itself can play a bit of a mental trick on you. So having an approach where you kind of sit back completely, not have as much kind of hands-on, in-depth involvement will actually do you better over the longer term. Same thing if in the crypto market, you probably hear the term HODL all the time, hold on for dear life. And what it means, or another one is diamond hands. And what it means is that you literally are holding onto that investment and you're not selling no matter what, if it goes up, if it goes down, or whatever. Now, that's a bit of a blind kind of shot in the dark approach to investing, but it's kind of using that kind of mentality of look into an investment vehicle or structure or product or whatever. If the fundamentals are looking good for the long term, yes, put your money into it and let it sit there for a longer period of time, and just let the market, the short-term market fluctuations play out, because over the long term, it does have that upward trajectory and should return a decent profit over time. And then you got to think about what's your exit strategy and things like that. But that's a whole nother ball game, and everyone is different when it comes to that. People are happy with a 50% return, others are happy with a 100% return, others want to just let it sit there, accumulate dividends, reinvest those dividends into the company, let it grow, and then 10, 15, 20 years down the track, they have quite a significant investment in a certain company or investment vehicle, and delivering them in dividend returns which they can actually live off. So that's essentially what Warren Buffett does. He has his money sitting or invested in companies which return him a significant amount of money over time. So I hope that's actually helped with kind of trying to make a bit of a better decision about which way to go, whether the investing or the trading. Don't listen to all these influencers online saying, "Oh, you got to invest, you got to trade, you got to trade, you got to trade. You can make so much more money doing this, and this." If it doesn't sit right with you, don't do it. Because at the end of the day, it's your money, it's your decision. You need to do what's in the best interest for you. This is not financial advice. What they say is not financial advice. It's just pure marketing the majority of the time. Same thing with this video. It's just for entertainment purposes. It's not investment advice. It's just something for you to think about what you want to do with yourself and your money over the long term. Now, as always, as I have said in many of my videos before, if you need advice, go seek out a financial professional. Get them to answer some of these questions for you as well. You will actually be opened up to a lot more products and a lot more strategies. In saying that, just be aware that those professionals make commissions off selling you products as well, which they get cuts back from the companies all the time. So just got to be kind of mindful about that. Like I said, you can make significant money trading. I trade currency. It has been a very volatile kind of journey over the years. So it's not something I just chuck my money into and, oh, sweet, I'm an awesome trader. It's taken me at least 4 years to get to the point where I am right now, where even then, if I'm not in the right mind frame and mindset, when it comes to taking a trade, I will lose my money quite easily. Investing, on the other hand, where I do actually have money in the stock market, I literally just let it sit there, and it gives me a dividend return of about 7 or 8% per annum, and I'm happy with that. So yeah, you gotta, like I said, you gotta weigh up what you're trying to achieve and long-term, short-term goals and what it's gonna do for you. So hope that's a bit of food for thought for you guys. If you like this video, drop me a like, leave me a comment, let me if you have any questions or want me to do any other videos like this. And if you're new to the channel, guys, don't forget to smash that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys again on the next video. Cheers.